Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And it wasn't too long ago that vibes in Sacramento were quite high. The Sacramento Kings in the 2022-23 season finally ended a 16 straight season period where they did not reach the playoffs, were the third seed. Yes, they lost in the first round, but, with De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, young Keegan Murray in tow, things were looking up. Problem is, the last two seasons they have reached the play-in tournament and haven't advanced, so now they're on a 2-year stretch with no playoffs. Head coach Mike Brown is no longer there. It's now Doug Christie. Well, last offseason they made a notable trade in acquiring longtime player DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan has had quite the career, scoring over 25,000 career points after this season. But the Kings actually took a step backwards, finishing 40-42, and this is via Mark Stein's Substack, so I don't have it, but this is via Hoops Hype. So the focus in the California Capitals shifts now to what sort of dealing we could see from the Kings' new regime. Been no shortage of rumbles since the hiring of Scott Perry as general manager that Sacramento is expected to gauge the trade market for veteran swingman DeMar DeRozan. I mean, I think it makes sense. This past season did not go as expected for Sacramento. DeRozan is 35 years old and will actually be 36 by the time next season starts. And while he's still very productive, again, he just really hasn't been a guy that has raised the team ceiling in quite some time. I mean, we look at his numbers. We see last year he still averaged 22.2 points. Just go over. There we go. 22.2 points. Still a guy who plays a ton of minutes. Led the league in minutes last season. But 4.4 assists, 3.9 rebounds. Not going to shoot many three-pointers. So that's something. He's a mid-range king, basically. That's where he loves to feast, and shoots it at a pretty high rate. But, we take a look. He hasn't advanced past the first round of the playoffs since 2018. So it's been 7 years since he's even won a playoff series. The Raptors, of course, had some successful years with them, but they also won the championship the year after he was traded, although, they did get Kawhi Leonard. It wasn't like it was addition by subtraction. But yeah, he really hasn't raised the team ceiling to me in quite some time. He'll still put up numbers, but the Bulls finished with the same exact record last season without him, and, that's with trading Zach LaVine at the trade deadline. Sacramento dropped, and yes, maybe it's partly because of trading De'Aaron Fox, getting the aforementioned Zach LaVine back. But yeah, DeRozan's 36 years old, so my question is, should any playoff contending team look to trade for him? I struggle to find a fit for that. I'm sure one team will decide to, if they could get him for pennies on the dollar, why not? But I just expecting DeRozan to be a missing piece for, a title or taking a next step forward, advancing past another round. To me, that's just at this point not who he is, and I don't mean to say that in a disparaging way. Again, over 25,000 points. He is going to make the Hall of Fame. Yes, 25,000 points, you're making the Hall of Fame. But anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.